Hello again. Now, growing calls for the sale of SA Express airline to be finalised. Fly SAX and the South African Cabin and Crew Association say liquidators of the troubled regional airline should accept a rescue bid before it's too late. The state-owned airline has been in provisional liquidation for almost 2 years after business rescue processes earlier were unsuccessful. Well, for more on this and to get the latest, let's speak to Thabisile Sikakane on behalf of Fly SAX, which is a company founded by some SA Express workers in a bid to rescue the troubled airline. Thabisile, good afternoon. Thank you very much for your time. Any reason you think why this is dragging on for so long? Why the liquidators are not moving fast enough?
Good afternoon, Dan, and thank you for having me. I think it's just it seems like there's a ploy to frustrate and prolong the process until the airline goes into final liquidation. That would be my personal assumption, as we had complied to all the requirements from the liquidators and have paid in the full amount that we have proposed to the liquidators, but we're still not getting any tangible feedback from them. So, yeah, I think it's just to really just frustrate and to prolong the process.
And you believe what you've put forward as a proposal is viable?
It is quite viable, because if you remember, our first bid proposal was the one that we had set out to the liquidators and that had made them to go out to the market and make a sum of more than 22 million out of the sale of the assets. Then that was our bid proposal. And the second proposal that we had put forward to the liquidators, it's quite viable, and we have a solid investor, eNCA investor, which is Global Impact Investment, that are out there sourcing us good funding. And we already have good investors that are just waiting for the liquidators to give us the go-ahead so that we could start working on resuscitating this airline.
And if nothing happens now, as you said, it might end up being liquidated. So what's at risk here? I mean, I understand that overall, if nothing happens, if the liquidators continue to drag their feet, as you said, the whole thing might be lost. But practically, for example, the license, things like license and routes will be at stake currently.
Yes, they currently are at stake. We as the FlySex team had reached out to the council, and we explained our situation with the current airline being under provisional liquidation. And we've also reached out to the liquidators to say, look, we are prepared and we do understand the compliance issues around SA Express regarding the routes and the licenses, and we are willing to work on that. So should this airline go into final liquidation, it should be a very bad thing for the airline industry as well, but most of all, it's the employees that have suffered the most throughout this process. Remember, Dan, that when the airline was put on a business rescue and as well as provisional liquidation, the SA Express employees were left destitute, were not retrenched, and we never received
Oh, what a pity. I just had one more important question to ask Thabisile Sikakane. Thabisile, are you back with us? We just lost you there for a while. You were in the middle of answering.
Oh, yes, I'm back. I'm sorry. I think...
of the impact on the employees.
Yes, can I just go back to that? I had a problem with my network this side. The problem with the employees, as I mentioned earlier, that when the company was put under business rescue as well as provisional liquidation, the employees were never retrenched. So we left without a cent, without any benefits, with nothing to show that we have served the airline for more than 25 years.
Are you confident, Thabisile? I was going to be finishing with this question. Knowing what we know, I mean, the COVID-19 pandemic has caused a lot of hard times, and many companies have been suffering. Travel has become a problem, as we know. We even survived some travel bans recently, which were completely unjustified by the Western world against us and plus several other African countries. Are you confident that that SA Express can be salvaged and that you as Fly SAX will be able to put it back into the skies really successfully?
Oh, definitely, Dan. Remember, we'll be starting on a clean slate with no historical debt. And we're still looking at servicing the regional routes that previously were serviced by SA Express. We have quite a few potential partners, hotels and mining companies that are trying, that are just only waiting for us to give them a go ahead. And I'm definitely confident that the airline would take off, and through this pandemic, we would definitely be able to thrive.
Okay, finally, by what time, timing-wise, by when should this thing be sealed properly so it can survive? Or by when it will no longer be useful to you and you'll just let go and say, fine, liquidate it?
We're just hoping and praying that it never gets to that. We've been given 3 months. The liquidators have been given 3 months to finalize. Well, they've asked for that extension. But we are hoping that within the 3 months, we'd have been able to conclude the sale of share agreement and start working on resuscitating the routes and the licenses.
Okay, 3 months. That's by April. Well, we'll have to watch this space. Good luck. Good luck. You seem very, very confident. Hopefully the liquidators are hearing your pleas to fast-track the process and seal the deal. That's Thabisile Sikakane, spokesperson for Fly SX, a company founded by some workers from SA Express.